name is Rajan Agori, and today I bring something which I wanted to deliver from so long, the almighty IDS. Yes. So before jumping into the actual video, let me tell you one example, one real life example where you can relate whatever I will be delivering in the later part of the video. So the example is your wireless video bill in your home, right? So what exactly does it mean? And how I'm going to relate this thing to the IDS, right? So in your wireless video bill, there is one side a camera and the other side is the display where you will be seeing what is going on uh, at the outside of your home. So let's say someone came to my home and pressed the bell. So now the video will be started. The capturing of the scene which is outside of my home will started, and it started display at the other side of the home, which is inside the home. And now I will be seeing who wants to come into my house, and I will be make sure about if I know that person or not. So similarly, IDS is also working in this particular style or the particular way. It will detect the incoming request from the public internet, and then it will decide according to the rule which is defined into that system, and it will allow or deny that particular request. So let's jump into the actual part of the video and let's see how we can differentiate IDS and see the working of IDS, right? Okay, so intrusion detection system or an IDS is a process of discovering the attack on a network or a host or a service. There are mainly two types of IDS, that is host and network, and we can easily guess the meaning of both the type of the IDS. And if we talk about the host based intrusion detection system, that is HIDS, it is a setup on an individual host on a network. And if we talk about the network based IDS, that is NEDS, is placed within the network to monitor the traffic to and from all the hosts in a network. So basically what we are trying to get here, we are trying to get the real time information or capture the traffic on a real time basis, and on that basis we identify the malicious activity based on the predefined rules which we have defined in our system, and then send the alert notification to that relevant parties. Okay, so you have must heard about firewalls, and that firewall is nothing but a configuration which we need to set up inside our network to protect from the external network or the external internet. So let's say public IPA is requesting to public IPP, that is nothing but public IPA is 230.168.1.40, which is requesting to 20 I mean 220.123.2.150 to get the response from this web application running inside the organization. Now there is something which is firewall, which we are talking about right now. So we have defined a rule, and that is inbound rule, like every traffic which is coming from 230.168.1.140 will allow to access whatever running inside the network. Now if you can see, the firewall configuration will check the incoming request, and then once it will confirm, it will send it to the running web application. Like someone wants to access your application running inside your host, then the request, once the request was confirmed, then it will send back to the original requester, which is whoever requesting from the public internet. So as you can see here, it will first check the incoming request, and then it will send it to the running web application server. Once the confirm request was confirmed, it will send the response to the requester, whoever requests to get the access. So this is how the basic principle of working firewall. Now, if we talk about IDS, that is intrusion detection system. Now, IDS is something like which is implemented in between the running web applications and the firewall. Now, the same scenario is a public IP is requesting to get access to this particular IP. Now we have defined the inbound rule, which says that 230.168.1.140 is requesting the port 8000. Now we have defined an IDS rule where if there is a incoming request 8080, then we will only allow those port and those IPs. Now, if you can see here, this particular rule is conflicting with whatever rule has been defined in the IDS, right? So it will send this particular request to the IDS. Now IDS will capture each and every request. If the rule is not defined, it will send an alert to this running web server application, like someone wants to get an undefined rule, and someone wants to request an undefined rule in this particular network. Now, if the rule is not defined, it will send an alert and it will block the request. As you can see, the request will not complete it to the request. Now, if we talk about intrusion prevention system, now again the scenario is same, rule is same. Now the prevention will inspect the traffic, detect it, and classify the activity which is going here. Now we have already defined this thing. Now if you can see here, if this will allow this thing, this port number, then it will capture the traffic, and it will allow once the confirmation will be done at the IPS level. And once the confirmation done, it will send the response to the request. So that's it for today, and I hope you learn something, you get something new, and I try to explain each and everything in a very simplest manner. And I believe you will be motivated with this series, and you will start continuing learning with this series. And later part of this series, I will be delivering some practical implementation, that how you can install this knot, and how you can configure the knot, and how you create your own rule to detect something which you don't want to allow in your network. So stay with this series, and I will be delivering something which is worthy for you. Bye bye.